Vince McMahon's health reportedly rapidly declines. Plus, AEW are signing a huge international talent, and we have a title match and a gimmick match added to AEW All In. It's All In, the Cultaholic wrestling news right now. So Lee Cole, who is the brother of Tom Cole, former WWE employee who was at the center of the Ring Boy scandal in the early 90s, uploaded a video to his YouTube channel discussing Vince McMahon's health. And it's quite an interesting development there.
It is. So the channel is Wrestling with the Devil. It's dedicated to his brother, Tom Cole. And he's delved into cover-ups in the past around the scandal, as well as other WWE controversies. According to Lee, Linda McMahon has been telling people, including a mutual friend of theirs, that Vince's health is constantly declining. The quote here is, Linda McMahon has been telling people that her husband's health is deteriorating fast. He's not the same man that he was. He barely gets out. That is why you don't see him out in public. A few photos have emerged a couple of months ago now of Vince going out for dinner with people. He's not an especially well-looking man. We saw him at the TKO launch thing. He was there with a stick as well. He's 78 years old, and he's not had the life that many 78-year-olds have had, obviously. I think there was this belief for the longest time that Vince McMahon was going to do what his mum did and live to see three figures. Like he was going to live for an awful long time. But he's a man who has been very, very physical in his job. I don't want to call him a wrestler or anything like that, but he was physical. He took some crazy bumps, chair shots, all the rest of it. On top of that, you look at his physique in the late 90s, early noughties. I think he might have been taking something there, perhaps. Who knows? Pure speculation, of course, but I don't think it's out of the realms of possibility. And he's recently retired, isn't he? And I think it's not especially uncommon for people who work crazy jobs, crazy hours, once they do retire, for their health to decline following that, because it's such an adjustment to their body and their mind that those people tend to, a generalization here, but those people tend to get hit harder than other people who maybe don't have those lifestyles pre-retirement.
Vince McMahon also very much the center of a lot of legal disputes at the moment, which we have discussed on this channel, surrounding former employee Janelle Grant. There were allegations of abuse, assault, and trafficking that go back several years. There is also talk of the FBI getting involved in Vince McMahon's affairs as well. All of that continues to go on with this report coming out, cited from Lee Cole and a mutual friend of his and Linda McMahon's, that his health is in decline, and it's one that we'll keep an eye on. Over to AEW, and it looks as if a big international name is on the way in. Somebody that's absolutely blazed a trail in the United Kingdom. Actually, two people that have done that, to be fair.
We'll talk about first Michael Oku, a challenger of MJF recently. He challenged for the AEW American Championship. He came up short in that defense, but it looks like AEW have big plans for him and another name.
Yeah, so Amira, part of that package with Michael Oku. These two are very much a modern day Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth on the UK indie scene. And Amira is one that absolutely has the wrestling chops behind her as well. And we've seen her take some incredible moves during matches involving Michael Oku and involving herself as well. Fightful Selector reporting that sources close to Rev Pro, where Michael Oku is the reigning champion, tell Fightful Select Corey Brennan that both Oku and Amira are both close to signing with AEW and are expected to soon. As of writing, no deal has been signed, and sources within AEW wouldn't confirm it to Sean Ross Sapp and hadn't heard the news, but said they wouldn't be surprised to see them end up on the UK AEW shows.
I think this is amazing. Michael Oku specifically is probably the most talked about UK indie guy right now. I've probably only seen 6 or 7 matches, but the guy is hella impressive, and it really surprises me that nobody's picked him up. Like a big platform hasn't picked him up. yet. So I'm really, really excited about this. I'm fairly unfamiliar with Amira. I've seen 2 or 3 matches. She's good.
Yeah, she's magnificent. And again, like those two are a package deal. Like they bring out the best in each other when they do it. Amira was alluding to possibly big plans. Both of them were on Insta because I follow them both on Insta and Twitter, and I see you cheekies. I know what you're up to. Oku sharing on Instagram, looking like he was about to fly off somewhere the other day, possibly heading off to America. I thought he might have turned up at Dynamite last night.
Oh, and introduce. I guess you'd probably do the maybe it was a meeting, and then you do the big pop.
Could be a meeting
in London. It's not that far away.
Yeah, and Amira doing a promo in her car for Resurgence Wrestling. Amira does these wild promos in her car where it's just stream of consciousness. To which she says at one point, "It might be the last time that you see me next week." And throws a little wink to the camera. You know what you're doing. I see you. So the best promos coming out of Amira in her car at the moment. So I think they're off to do big things.
Great signings.
Yeah, if this
Really
is what's
strong.
happening, it couldn't be. And you know what? Also, I can attest, thoroughly lovely people.
Good. That's always nice to hear in professional wrestling, especially after that first story.
Thoroughly lovely people. Let's talk about All In some more. Now, it looks as if we're getting a few more matches added to the card. I've confirmed yesterday, Hook blinded in one eye from a Jericho fireball. Says he can still see out of the other one and he wants to fight. And this led to Jericho saying, "I will fight you at All In for the world title." But under the condition that if you lose, you never challenge me for this title again, and you face Big Bill at Dynamite in Cardiff on Wednesday. So we're getting Hook and Jericho at Wembley.
Great. I think this is their 4th pay-per-view match. It hasn't elevated Hook in the slightest, this Jericho stuff. I can't believe they're going back to the well on this one again. It reeks of complete creative apathy. I think it's rubbish. I think it's really rubbish. I don't want to see it. And the problem is, you talk about Jericho now, and you're like, I don't find him particularly entertaining anymore. It's like, you're getting marked. You're getting worked. Sorry, that's the whole point, Mark. That's his character. His responsibility really should now be to elevate younger talent, and I'm not really sure he's doing that. I don't think he's fully doing it with Big Bill. I think it's all right. I liked the new Jericho Learning Tree gimmick at the start for the first few weeks. I've grown tired of it already, and that's the way that I feel about the man himself. There's only so many ways you can polish a turd, isn't there? And it's like Malibu Stacy. Look, she's got a new hat. Do you know what I mean? It's that sort of thing with Jericho. I'm really, really tired of him.
Malibu Stacy getting some collateral.
Yeah,
there.
Sorry, no.
Poor Malibu Stacy.
Smithers likes it, it's fine.
As it does. And a gimmick match has also been added to AEW All In. We knew that we were going to get Jack Perry and Darby Allin, but after a bust-up last night behind the scenes that nearly saw Jack Perry caving in Darby Allin's head with a flight case, the match was upgraded to a coffin match next Sunday at Wembley.
Nice, that is good. I'm looking forward to that. Those two will put together something really cool. And I like the fact that this is a gimmick match because I think it just adds a little bit more heat to it, doesn't it? I like a coffin match. It's cool. It's
a very good time. We're going to head down to Wembley next weekend. I'm very excited for our weekend there. So if you see myself, Sam Driver, or if you see any member of our team, Joel's coming down, Emma's coming down, come and say hi. We don't bite hard. We'd love you to see you.
Aidan Gibbons buried there.
Nah, let's not worry about him.
Aidan's there as well.
Oh God, Aidan, old Blitz Spirit Aidan Gibbons is joining us as well. And the man, the myth, the legend. Congratulate him on his hard-fought victory. And we'd love to see you down there. Loads of great stuff. We're making some silly videos down there as well. Come and say hi. It'll be a lovely time. Did you know, Adam Pacitti, that Joe Hendry's theme music is a form of witchcraft?
Go on.
Did you know that Joe Hendry could be a spirit from another realm?
Go on.
Well, the evidence of this, the source is the obvious person, Rosemary from TNA Wrestling.
Obviously, goes
the demon assassin. Who
you chatted to Rosemary.
Had a lovely chat with Rosemary.
She's awesome. She's awesome.
She's so good. And from the underworld, she told us what the Nether Realm thinks of Joe Hendry, among other things. And that'll be on the podcast feed very, very soon. And anything else that we need to shout about while we're here?
No, we've got a big old list coming up that keeps going out of date as we get further with it. But the shortest reign of every WWE championship, so every belt ever, from the start to now, but every time we nearly get it done, it's somebody wins a title and it goes out a day. And but that's going live this Sunday. Please don't do anything on SmackDown. No title changes. Don't mess anything up.
And if you haven't seen it yet, by the way, check out Jack speaking to MJF. It is possibly the greatest interview we've had on our channel. It's Jack getting bodied for 45 minutes by the AEW American Champion. And genuinely, it's a lot of fun to watch. It's 45 minutes that flies by in 45 seconds.
It's amazing. It's so good.
Take time to watch that. And for the latest news at any time, you can check out cultaholic.com. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.